Hello learners, in this lecture we'll try to see how the concrete quantity, the shuttering quantity, the beam, the slab bottom has to be found for the staircase. So this is a staircase drawing what we have for the same G+2 building. So if we try to understand this, we have a beam here and you have another beam here. The name of the beam written is B10, B20 and B13, B23. So you can see here, this is how your staircase is going to start. Yeah, yeah. So this is how the staircase is going to start. You are going to come here. This is a landing where I'm going to land, and from here I'm going to take a next flight. So this entire thing is called as first flight. This second flight, you can see it even here as well. So you can see this entire thing, right? So this is my flight, FLIGHT. These are called as flight. Since it is a first flight, I'm going to mark it as first flight. That's this one, and you're going to land it here. The one you can see from here, right? From here exactly. This is called as landing. You can see here landing, when it's the same thing, landing. And now this is my second flight. That is this is my second flight, right? Yeah. So now what you can count here, the see, we need to understand one thing, and I'll take you to the live drawing itself. Yeah, yeah. So it's the same staircase what we are seeing now. The staircase has already been casted at the side, but we'll be going through this and we'll try to understand how much concrete is required here. So the one what you can see here, right? These are called as risers. Let me make it. Yeah. So the one you can see here, these are called as risers. We can call this as risers. And the one you can see in this way, I'll make use of a different color. Yeah, the one you can see it here, right? These are called as thread. So this is called as riser and this is called as thread. And the one you can see here, this the slab which has gone, right? Like this slab is only up to here. I'll mark it in this way. So this slab is called as waste slab. WAIST, waste slab. SLAB, waste. I'll write it once again. WAIST, waste slab, right? So usually the thickness of the waste slab will be 150 mm. This thickness will be 150 mm, what we actually try to keep. Yeah. So with this understanding, we know what is rise now. This vertical distance is called as rise and this horizontal is called as thread. So with this understanding, we'll try to see what is given in the drawing now and how you have to understand it. Yeah. So if you try to look into the drawing, it's written the rise has to be 150 mm, that is this rise has to be 150 mm, and the thread, that the thread what we saw, the place where you keep your feet, that has to be 350 mm. So it is given here, and this is a typical cross section of that particular staircase. Now we'll try to count how many such number of rises are there. So this is one rise here, this is second one, this is third one, this is fourth, this is fifth, this is sixth, this is seventh, this is eighth, this is ninth, and we have 10 rises. Now coming to the thread, keep it in mind always the thread will be one time lesser the riser. That is, we have 10 riser now. If you try to count the thread, it will be one time less than that. That is 10 minus 1 comes out to be 9. So we'll try to count that as well. So we have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. So this will go into the landing as well. So you don't have to count it. So only 9 is what we have here, right? But if I take you to the real drawing, I mean, if you take you to the side drawing, what has happened here, even though in the drawing we give, practically we have to see what is given in the side. So in the side, you can see this is first riser, the second one, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 12 risers here. So in the drawing it was 10, but practically at the side they have put 12. Sometimes these things happens at the side because even though the exact measurement may not happen at the side, we try to give 1 or 2 extra riser, but that is okay. So we'll take this as an exact quantity and we'll try to do the estimation for this. And coming to the thread, we have one thread here. This is second one. This is third. This is fourth. This is fifth. This is sixth. We have 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That's it. We have 12 rises, so that we'll have 12 thread. So with this understanding, we'll try to do the calculation for this. I'll take you to the Excel sheet. So I already prepared an Excel sheet for that, and whatever drawing we have seen, I've put the drawing here so that it is visible. And also this is a plan of the staircase what we have. Yeah, this is a plan of the staircase. We already seen that in the drawing. We have a stair here. The width of the stair is 1.2 meter from this here from here to here, and this also 1.2 meter, and the rest things will be given in the drawing. We'll try to see that in the due course of the time. Yeah. So with this understanding, so first thing what I have to input is a riser. What is the thickness of a riser given? The thickness of the riser what is given is the height of this 150 mm. So I'm putting it in terms of meter, so I'm inputting 0.15. Now coming to the thread, what is the thread given here? It's a 350 mm. So I'm putting it in terms of meter, it comes out to be 0.35. Coming to the number of riser, we'll try to count the number of riser what is given in the site actually, and not from the drawing. Anyhow, it's an Excel sheet. If we just try to add one or minus, the Excel is going to give us a calculation. We counted that, we found there are 12 number of risers here, so we'll try to add 12 only here. So number of risers is 12. Coming to the number of thread, I have given a link in such a way that whatever is your riser, -1 will give me the thread. So already you can see it here. Number of thread is equal to number of my riser -1 is what I have given. So so this is 11 here. Now coming to this landing width. So what is this landing width? We'll go back to the drawing. So you can see here the landing width is 1460. That is 1.46 meter. That means whatever width you have it here, this width what we have, right, from here to here, this is called as landing width. So this width is given and it has been found it has to be 1.46. So this is called as landing width. Yeah. So we'll go back to the Excel sheet again. So that is why I've written it here. Landing width is 1.46. Now coming to the stair width. If I show you this drawing, so this is my stair, right? This is first flight. This is my first flight, and this is the second flight. What is the width given here? It is 1200 mm. So here also it is 1200. Here also it is 1200. So that is the reason I've written here the stair width is 1.2 meter. You can try to verify that with the yeah, let me make use of a different drawing. Yeah, so this is a drawing what we had. Yeah, you can see it here, right? It's 1.2 meter here and it's 1.2 meter here. Yeah, so that is I've written 1.2. Now coming to the handrail gap. So actually what happens, go back to, yeah, so this is 1.2 and this is 1.2, but you have a small gap here, right? Even I need to take that into calculation. So that is actually not given. So if I go back to the side drawing, you can see a small gap here. This is this is a small gap. This is a small gap what I have. The 1.2 what I counted now, that is this one. It's 1.2. This 1.2, and this is not given. So I have gone to the side and found that it is 200 mm. That is 0.2. Let us say it is 200 mm, right? I have gone and I measured it. What they have kept is 200 mm here. So that is why we are taking 0.2 here. Yeah. So now coming back to the Excel sheet again. So that is why I have put here handrail gap as 0.2. That's once you input that, the first thing that we need to calculate is a waist slab. We'll go back to the drawing again and we'll try to understand that here. See, we have to find that this height we need to find. So it's a slant height. It's a waist slab height. To find this height, what I need, it's a very simple. Whatever is this height from here and whatever is a width from here. This let me yeah right. If I make use of this formula, will I not get the height of this? That is whatever is the height from this bottom to this bottom to the floor, and from this stair, that is from this portion to this portion. If I find the height, and if I take the square root of that, I'm going to get this, right? So I'll show this through a different example. Yeah. So I need to find this particular length now. I need to find this particular length now. So if I get this height and if I get this, like let us say this is A, and let us say from here to it is B, then how do you find this? It's a hypotenuse what we have. The simple calculation is that A square plus B square, if I try to do, I'm going to get this particular length. This is the length I need to find. So for that, the simple thing what we need to follow is that I don't even know what is this height. I don't even know what is this length. So if you go to the drawing, if you go to the site image and look that properly, whatever, if I try to add all my risers, like, so if I try to add all the risers, this riser, the second riser, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, up to here, if I try to add all the rises, I'm going to get this height, right? This is a simple logic that we try to use. Whatever is the height, whatever is the height of the riser, multiply that by number of riser we have, you're going to get this height, right? It's the same thing what I've done here. I'll go to the Excel sheet now. Now coming to find the, this is called as mid landing ceiling height, because our ceiling to ceiling height is usually 3.1 is what we try to keep. So this height what I've done, whatever is the height of the riser, I multiply that by number of the riser. So that is going to give me mid landing ceiling height. If you want to do it, we can do it manually as well. Yeah. So 0.15 multiply that by 12 number of risers is what we have. I'm going to get 1.8 meters. So this is my 1.8 meter. Now coming to the other distance that I need to find. So this is 1.8 meter from here to here. That is already found by me. Yeah. This is 1.8 meter. I found it by multiplying the number of risers into height of the riser. Now this is the length what I need to find now. To find this length, it's again a simple. If I try to add all the thread, these are the thread what I have. If I try to add all the thread and multiply the width of the thread, I'm going to get this distance as well. So even the calculation becomes simpler now. So go back to the Excel sheet again. So this is called as going. Whatever length I've showed you, right? That entire, this is called as going. We call this as going from here to here. From here to here, we call this as, yeah, this should come here. Yeah, the one you can see here, this is called as going. So what I need to do for that, whatever is the thread, the length of the thread, that is 0.35. So 0.35 multiply that with number of threads. I have 11 such threads. So I'm getting 3.85. So that is why I'm getting 3.85 here. This is the only two calculation that we need to do. Other than that, coming to the slant height of the waist slab. Now if you find this thing, the mid landing height and the going, you can easily find this hypotenuse. You can easily find this height. So how do you do that? You have to put a hypotenuse formula, Pythagoras theorem. So I'm going to do that, square root of 1.8 square plus 3.85 square. It's going to give me 4.25. So that's slant height what I have, no? So that is 4.25. We'll see that through a practical example only. So this height is what I'm trying to find now. So this height what I got from here, it has to be actually from here, since they have filled the soil here, but the shuttering was started from here itself. But for timing, we'll consider it from here. This height what I found, right? So this is coming out to be 4.25. We'll try to see one more if it is not understood. Yeah. So this height what you can see, the slant height from here to here, this comes out to be 4.25 is what we have found, right? So once this is found, the next things are very simple for us to understand. Yeah. Now coming to the waist slab thickness, I already mentioned you the thickness of the waist slab what we have seen. Usually we try to keep it as 150. This only from here to here. One thing we need to remember, the waist slab is only from here. You can see this. Let me. Yeah. Yeah. So this is my waist slab. Only this thickness what you can see, right? So this is called as waist slab. So this thickness what we have. Yeah, I'll do it in. So this is 150. You should not count this thing. This will come under the steps. We are going to count this separately. But as of now, this thickness what we can see, it is 150 mm. So that is the reason I've written 150 mm here, right? Yeah. So the next calculation about the waist slab concrete and other things, we'll try to see that in the next lecture. I hope this is understood up to here. We'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.